So this New Jersey native has been auditioning for acting roles for just a few years, and she already has landed big parts in 3 big projects. Somewhere in Queens with Ray Romano, May December with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman, and now Avatar, The Last Airbender.
He's done the impossible.
He's done nothing. He spent 3 years on an ocean cruise while I've been here doing everything Father has asked. Who's the one risking her life to root out traitors?
Oh, that's right. Tell us about your mission. Were you nervous? Was your life really in danger?
Not really. People in the Resistance aren't the brightest of flames. Then again, what can you expect from peasants?
All right, she stars as Azula in the highly anticipated live-action series. Please welcome New Jersey's very own Elizabeth Yu. Great to have you here, Elizabeth. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you guys.
There is a lot of anticipation for this series, right? Which is actually an animated series, first and foremost, back in 2005. So for you to land this as one of your first gigs, it has such a huge fan base.
Yeah.
Did you know that you wanted to be part of this, and that this would be really one of your first big moments?
100%. I mean, I had no idea going into the audition that this was what I was auditioning for. It was like a completely fake audition, and hearing that news from Albert Kim, our showrunner, was like one of the best things like a young actor can hear, you know, that you were going to be playing essentially a dream role. It was very cool.
Wow, and critics love you already,
oh, gosh.
right? I mean, I was just reading here. They love your portrayal of Princess Azula. So Variety says, quote, one of the most powerful showcases of the series. From IGN, it says, Elizabeth Yu crushes it as Azula. I mean, wow. What do you think of all of that?
It's so amazing. I mean, we worked on this show 2 years ago, so getting to see people react to it and the fans welcoming it with open arms was just so amazing, and everything we could have asked for. It's been awesome to have this baby that we've all like fostered for so long be shown to everybody. It's amazing.
You know, you never know like if something's really gonna land and catch, right? So what is it about The Last Airbender really that you think is landing with fans, and then it's really such a stronghold?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely took the original show as like our like sacred text, and I think the original show has these incredibly strong characters and has an amazing sense of family. And I think that people of all ages, when they're watching this show, just connect with that on many different levels, especially people who watched it when they were so young. And it's really cool to see people who watched it when they were young revisit it in our own storytelling, and you know, talk about it. It's so awesome,
But you really don't have to be someone that followed the series early on when it was animated to fall for this, do you?
No. I think the great thing about live action is that you get to meet these characters in real life, and they have so many more dimensions to them because they're not in animation. And I think our show does a great job at showing all these different layers to these incredible characters that people fell in love with so long ago.
Yeah, I'm always impressed when you do something like this. You know, it's more than just acting, because you're really involved so heavily with special effects too. So how do you kind of get yourself in that vibe to play the character, but then really know what's going on when so much of it's going to be added later?
I think that's the fun part, is the imagination of what it might look like. I mean, we have the original show, and so I'm a firebender in this show, and so the firebending is so specific, and I'm not someone who was very familiar with martial arts at all before joining the show, and getting to learn it through her specific style, my character's specific style, was amazing and so much fun. And I had like these LED like little screens on my hands when I would be bending, and it was so much fun. It was so cool. I felt like Iron Man.
Yes.
Wow, what great experiences you've had so early on. I mean, what your career really has skyrocketed in such a short time. I mean, we're looking at this. You've only been auditioning for a few years. You were in May, December, received an Oscar nomination, and then to be acting along some of the greats like Julianne Moore, Natalie Portman. What's that like?
I mean, I think it's exactly what you think it would be. It's like the imposter syndrome is crazy. These are my idols, you know. Daniel Day Kim, also another idol. Charles Melton, another idol. And getting to work with them, I went in being as much of a sponge as I possibly could be, and just trying to absorb as much from them as I could, because it's just, well, how do you go about getting to work with it? It's just, it's undescribable. It's amazing.
And then representation.
Yeah.
in movies and in
100%.
everything, right?
Yeah.
Really important.
No imposter syndrome because you are doing it. Got to ask you a quick question because you're New Jersey's very own.
Yes,
so,
I knew this was
and I knew
coming
you said you're from South Jersey, so you know there's a whole battle of is there a Central Jersey number one?
Oh gosh. Okay.
And that's
Is
number
there?
one. Is there?
Okay. I believe that there is one.
Okay. And
Okay.
do you call it Taylor Hammer pork roll?
I call it pork roll.
Okay. Well, then you could see yourself out.
Pork roll egg and cheese. That was my favorite.
It's Taylor
growing
Ham
up.
egg and cheese.
Oh gosh.
Well, I
okay.
still love you, so you're still on my good side for sure.
Ditto.
You're so funny.
Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. for having me.
congrats on the success of the
Thank
show
you.
so far.